Hello, all. So, this is the first episode of my new series, which I will be reviewing every episode of Doctor Who ever. Now, this is something I've been thinking about doing for a long time. Never had time/energy, whatever. Finally, I'm settling down, and I'm going to be making a really strong effort at getting this done. I want to tell you, I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who. From way back in the last century, I literally grew up on Doctor Who. My parents were big Doctor Who fans, and we had this huge collection, every single episode of Doctor Who on VHS. And as they found lost episodes, we snapped them up as fast as we could. And anyway, so episode 1, start with the pilot, An Unearthly Child. Now, it wasn't actually the first episode of Doctor Who that I saw. The first one that I saw was the Dalek invasion of Earth. This was back in 1995. First Doctor Who episode I ever saw. Almost the first movie I ever saw. Almost. Beaten out by Winnie the Pooh. We open with an ordinary English school of the 1960s. And two teachers, Ian and Barbara, are talking about this new student at school, Susan Foreman. And there's something strange about her. There are some subjects she knows very well, others she's clueless about. And I want to mention this one particular shot when Ian is talking about her, and we cut to her in class, and she's trying to explain something about something that Earth science hasn't gotten to yet. So to explain that time is a dimension just like the 3 dimensions of space. And Ian doesn't understand her, and the students are laughing at her, and it's just this brilliant the cinematography there is just brilliant. It's just this one long, uninterrupted shot slowly panning in on her face as she's getting more and more flustered and upset, and it's just brilliant. Even the first time I saw it, before I started, this was way before I was doing any studying of cinematography, I was so impressed with it. I want to take a moment to say huge kudos to the entire crew involved, because they did a great job. And I want to single out for special mention Verity Lambert, because not only was she new to television, this was her very first time that she was ever acting as full producer, and she did an amazing job. Unlike other, I should name names, more recent producers of Doctor Who have left a lot of people unhappy with their work. Anyway, so Barbara and Ian decide that they need to follow Susan home to talk with her family. Now, Barbara explains that she tried before, that she went to Susan's listed address, only it's a junkyard, and there was nothing there. So Barbara and Ian go there, and they find the junkyard, and there is a police call box in the middle of the junkyard. And as they're there, Susan isn't there. And then this strange old man appears. And the only thing that Barbara and Ian actually knew about her family is that they were sure that her father is a doctor. And so they address him as Doctor. And he refuses to tell them his actual name. Then Barbara and Ian become sure that Susan is inside the police call box, start banging on it, trying to get in. And Susan comes out and there's this confused moment with the doctor being extremely hostile, and Susan, she's almost crying. She's trying to explain that they're not from there, they're from somewhere else. And Barbara and Ian don't understand. It's a very well done scene. Eventually, the doctor goads Barbara and Ian into going into the police call box, and inside they find it's not a police call box. It is something completely different. It is so much bigger on the inside than the outside. Um, Great acting from everyone involved. I want to single out William Hartnell because he commanded that scene. I mean, any scene, every scene. He was there. He did not need to raise his voice. He did not need to curse or shout or be violent. He could just stand there and command the scene. He could demand your attention. Brilliant actor. Unlike other, I shouldn't name names, actors who have more recently portrayed the Doctor, who need to rush around screaming all the time. But I digress. I apologize. So, the Doctor has become angry at Barbara and Ian for intruding into their private life, and rather than let them go, he activates the TARDIS. Strange noises, and then suddenly they are somewhere else. They are in this cold, wintry forest. And I'm actually doing this from memory. I don't actually remember at what point the episode switches over, but I believe the episode ends at approximately this point, when they go out and they find themselves in this primordial forest, and they're being stalked by cavemen. Now, I gotta say that the special effects and the set design and it holds up very well. Okay, like I said before, brilliant job from all the crew. But there's just one thing, one part of the first serial that just does not stand up, and that would be the costumes of the cave people. And it's not just it doesn't hold up. Even at the time, it caught criticism. Okay, not really good. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm guessing that they had some kind of budget crunch and had to just take whatever they could get from the stockroom. That's a wild ass guess. So the Doctor, Susan, Ian, and Barbara are now trapped in the far past, because as soon as they step out of the TARDIS, they are attacked by cave people and taken captive, because one of the cavemen saw the Doctor lighting a match, lighting his pipe with a match, and they've lost their fire, and so they want it back, and they want him to give them fire. And there's this whole conflict going on in the tribe between the leader and this stranger who's trying to make himself the leader. And I want to say, I want another digression, that the writers did a great job here in building up this storyline that it really builds a sense of this being an actual world, of these being actual people, and the Doctor and companions have landed in the middle of this ongoing thing. It's not they arrive and everything starts, unlike other later episodes, I shouldn't name names, produced by perhaps not as good at their jobs as these people were. And so, eventually, Ian makes fire. The leader of the newcomer to the tribe tries to kill them to keep the leader of the tribe from getting fire. The leader of the tribe kills him and promises that he will let them go, but then he betrays them and commands that they will stay there forever. That they will intermarry into his tribe and never leave. But they trick the tribe and escape and go racing off to the TARDIS. And they get in just as the cave people are throwing spears at them. Doctor closes the door just in time. And then the TARDIS whizzes away. Whizzes away? I don't think that's a very good word for it. The TARDIS leaves, and the cave people are left there in astonishment. Aboard the TARDIS, the Doctor admits that he doesn't actually know where they are, where they're going. The TARDIS is not displaying data. But eventually they arrive wherever they're going. They open up the view screen and they see this strange alien jungle. The Doctor asks Susan to check the radiation. She does. It's fine. And check the atmosphere and everything seems okay, so they all step outside. But after they go, the radiation meter starts rising far past danger levels. And on that, we close. Now, I found it to be a very satisfying episode. Serial story. It was broadcast. That's the word. It was broadcast in 4 episodes. When putting out Doctor Who episodes for the home market, they grouped episodes by their storyline, by serial. So, excuse me. But each episode, it does have a separate name. So when you're looking up the original episodes and you're watching them, you'll see each episode has a different name. So it's called An Unearthly Child because that's the name of the first episode. But I'm not sure where I was going with this. Anyway, so right, that was a huge digression about episodes and serials. Sorry about that. Anyway, so where was I? I like this serial. It was very fun. It was very satisfying. When the cave people were trying to kill them, there was this palpable sense of danger, and it all seemed quite realistic. Everyone was believable in their part, which is not really to the credit of any individual person. There's the writers, the director, the actors. Everyone did a very good job. Everyone worked together very well. Unlike apparently some more recent episodes, and I should stop complaining about that, I suppose. And we close on a cliffhanger. Every episode ends on a cliffhanger. But of course we need to end on a cliffhanger because we want to lead people into the next episode. Remember, each episode is an individual episode that is named. It isn't until later they started numbering them, like Dalek Invasion of Earth 1, 2, 3, and 4, etc. So the next episode is, I don't remember the name of it. It's the first one with the Daleks. We end up on a Dalek world millions of years in the future, and can't remember the name of it. Anyway, I will definitely actually look it up before I do the episode. I'll do my review of it. But thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.